Hello, Taurus. Welcome. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a general read from what I've been dealing with. Of course, everything may not resonate, so take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel and File 53 Tarot She's Review as well. Thank you. Alright, let's see what's going on. Okay. Interesting. I heard that message for, I believe, who Capricorn was asking about or dealing with. I forget if it was yesterday or the day before. The message that came through was, can't touch this. Okay. Actually, yes, it was Capricorn. I'm looking at a very similar energy. A very similar energy. I believe it was 2 days ago. Don't recall exactly what the title was, but okay, Taurus. So jumping into this, the same message. Can't touch this. I don't know if there's a situation where there are boundaries or distance or space between the two of you or whatever that is. The way they kind of react to this, because that's exactly what that is. It's a reaction. It's not necessarily like a conscious response out of free will. It's a reaction out of, because apparently they don't know what to do about you, about the space, about the distance. Just point blank, they don't know what to do. It's kind of putting them in this like snarky energy, and it kind of it makes me think of when people would kind of like push the tip of their nose up, just kind of like kind of like stuck up, snobby, snarky. Um, they're like, that's fine. I'm still gonna get whatever the hell I'm after, and it's like, okay. So what they're emphasizing is about you, Taurus. Like, okay, you may say not now, not ever, just point blank no. They're not respecting that. They're saying, you know what? No, let me try, in other words, let me try and find a roundabout way to still get what I want, or to get what I'm after, or get you, or get to you, or I don't know here, Taurus. But there is that Seven of Swords coming out and making itself apparent. I mean, that is purely strategic. That is purely strategic. It's almost as if what they're responding to. Here's the response, though. They're reacting to you the way they are, but their response is about what they're going to do. And that's that strategy. They almost feel as if they've been met with some sort of challenge or obstacle with you. And they're kind of perceiving or taking this as a game. They're like, okay, challenge accepted. And so what they're emphasizing, yeah, Yeah, what they're emphasizing is this is a chance for me to perfect my game or to perfect my strategy, or run, or just point blank try and run game on Taurus. I'm looking at narcissist. Point blank narcissist. I do recommend you listen to Pisces reading with who they were asking about or dealing with Taurus. Um, Similar energy, but different degree. Similar energy, different degree. I am looking at a narcissist. This is someone who does not respect boundaries, does not accept the answer no, does not know when to walk away. Yes, exact same energy as who Pisces was asking about or dealing with. And there's a Three of Swords. They are only, geez Louise, once again, cross-watcher, do you have, I do recommend you listening to Scorpio and Cancer's reading as well, Taurus, with who they were asking about today. Same energy. Whoever this energy is, they seem to have like a black book of contacts or a contact list of all these people they go through or go to collect information or to get information on or about, as a reference or supply, narcissistic supply. They're only looking out for themselves. They're only looking out for themselves. Which also kind of ties into as well Leo and who they're asking about. I don't know why they're doing this. I don't know why they're doing this. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. If you've ever kind of, crossed paths with a narcissist, it's kind of sad. It's like nothing is ever good, nothing is ever enough. They're never happy. They're never satisfied, they're never fulfilled. Even though they emphasize like I'm going to get what I want one way or another, it still presents itself as, like I said, if you've dealt with a narcissist, even when they get what they want, they're never happy with what they get. There's always some sort of problem. There's always some sort of reason. There's always some sort of excuse. It's never enough. They're never fully, satisfied. And that's because they're like a bottomless pit. They're like a void. If it's not this, it's that. If it's not that, it's this. If it's not this person, it's that person. If it's not that person, it's this person. It's never themselves. They always project and, flip the script. They always project and point the finger and, play the blame game that it's always this, it's always that, it's always them, it's always them. And the way they respond emotionally and mentally to situations and circumstances, you may see the Three of Swords, but it's not the typical traditional Three of Swords of like, boo-hoo, poor me. No, this is the boo-hoo shit. My plan is going up in flames. It's that kind of boo-hoo. It's like crocodile tears. The interesting part, though, here, Taurus, is they know they shouldn't be dealing with you or any of these other people. They know they shouldn't be. They know they're kind of digging their heels in and getting themselves deeper into something that they shouldn't be. We're doing that circle thing again. Crosswatcher, hello, by the way. Like I said, I do appreciate the support and you watching. You just can't help yourself but watch every video. There's the Nine of Swords. Yeah, that's kind of how they responded in Pisces. They show me like, no, they're cool. They're in control. They got this. This is that same energy. You're going in circles. It's that same energy of like, I don't understand this. Like they're trying, and you know what's weird too about this Taurus is this is very similar to who Gemini is asking about or dealing with for quite some time. It's been about a month straight, give or take. It's about a month. Um, this same energy. What they're saying is narcissistic supply. They're I don't know. They're going through a list of contacts looking for resources or a supply. That's how whoever Gemini was asking about or dealing with was acting and moving and operating, their MO. That's how they are operating with and towards Gemini. I'm looking at the exact same energy. It's like they're trying to, and this is what showed up in Pisces too. It's like they're trying to find an endless resource or an endless supply. But what they're saying is endless supplier, meaning someone. And they can't seem to find whoever that is yet. I mean, once again, Crosswatcher, you're emphasizing just how badly you're like, I just cannot stand this shit. And once again, for Pisces, it was the tarot and the divination. You're showing me the exact same thing. You cannot stand the community that you're in. It is what it is, Crosswatcher. It is what it is. Since you want to hear about yourself 12 out of 12 zodiac signs, here it is. Let's hear about you, I guess. It's weird is they're like, I'm just trying to keep my shit solidified and straight. And it's like, says the one cutting corners, taking loopholes, trying to find, shortcuts. I guess, insert cheat code. Up, down, left, right, A, B, A, B. There's a Ten of Swords. Yeah, that's quite a bit of them, how they ended it today. Yeah, speaking of Pisces, there's Pisces. Speaking of Leo, there's Leo right next to Pisces. The Knight of Swords reversed, that's like their big fuck you. Damn. Look at this. Hello. You kind of called yourself out there, Crosswatcher. My, Grandma, what big teeth you got? Little Red Riding Hood. Interesting. Little Red Riding Hood is no different than the Matrix, the lady in the red dress. Little Red Riding Hood. It's interesting. It's a little bit flipped, though. Little Red Riding Hood was the innocent one. The red dress was a training program to teach something. Little Red Riding Hood, well, she was the one in danger. Taurus, I don't know what's going on. They're probably like throwing their phone or their laptop or the TV or television controller at the wall or at the TV right here. I don't know what this is. I'm sure you're clearly aware of tarot divination. So why do you respond the way you do, as if you're surprised? Yeah, speaking of Gemini too, so all the main, get this, Taurus, the signs that I mentioned, they're actually showing me. They're like, yes, Pisces, yes, Leo, yes, Gemini, yes, Taurus, yes, Libra. Yes, Scorpio. And there's the world. They're saying game over. Did the devil come out? No. Huh. No devil today. Um, what is actually going on between the two of you? It's almost as if they rely I don't understand this, Taurus. It's as if they kind of like rely or depend on you to be like their happy place. It makes me think of the movie Fight Club. Now go to your happy cave. And there he is like meditating, thinking about Marla. He's thinking there's going to be like, a happy little penguin that's like, slide. And no, it's Marla. She's like, smoking a cigarette, looking all disheveled and, grunge. Good movie. And the way he talks about and describes Marla is like, geez, she's like the sore on the roof of your mouth that would heal if you could only stop tonguing it. Kind of like a canker sore or something, like too much salt or sodium, just salty. Let's see where that devil lands. There you are. Thank you. Yeah, you're showing me that exact same energy. More Leo. More Leo wants to jump out. What happened? That is one hell of a mask there, Crosswatcher. That is one hell of a mask. I mean, that is like, well, yeah, who did I say that to? It was either Leo or Scorpio. Like the mask is just super glued to their face. I think it was Leo. Is there some sort of connection between? It is what it is. There, yeah, Leo. Is there some sort of connection, Taurus, between Leo, Gemini, Scorpio, Taurus, Pisces, Sagittarius, Libra, and possibly Capricorn? What is the connection? What is the link? What is the common denominator? Cornelius, or whatever name it is you go by. What's the link? I ask only because I'm trying to gauge the situation. What is it? Because whatever's going on here, Crosswatch, you're trying to poker face and play this off as if nothing to see here. You are making one hell of a mess. You're making one hell of a mess. And something tells me you can't even keep up with what you got going on that you're kind of managing. This is. Hmm. What is that? I can hear the dialogue between the two of you going back and forth. This is one of those situations where it's like, even with the devil, it's like all or nothing. It's crazy because they show me such an emphasis of like nothing to see. And then even they're kind of like, I'm just so fucking sick and tired and over it. But that right there is panic setting in, Taurus. I don't know what you're up against. I don't know what you're going through. Clearly, things are not okay between the two of you. But yet, the two of you are depending on each other so heavily. But ultimately, what they're showing me is what for. Um, that even though the goal is to get through this, they're emphasizing what for. They're like, to hell with it. We'll see where it goes. Goodbye.